Hi guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video. In this video we're going to be talking about my release build, what am I going to be playing for release, what's made me pick that sort of thing. Yeah, basically just have a little bit of a discussion. Again, like most of my videos at the moment, for no specific reason, they seem to be turning out more podcasty, discussion-y, so stick it on in the background while you're playing your Albion or whatever you're doing. So ultimately, I'm going to be playing tank for release. This is probably the build I'm going to be playing, with the exception of swapping the helmet to demon helmet as and when, basically. Just if we find a demon helmet artifact early on, we'll be using it. If not, we'll just be sticking to the guardian or the royal helmet to level up the artifact. And why? Why are we playing this? Why am I playing this is the big thing. So I actually had a GVG earlier against a no-name guild. Like, I had no idea the name of them. They were just some random guild that we should, as pretty experienced PvPers, never have lost to, and we got stumped. Realistically, we were absolutely hammered, and I had to look at that and go, okay, what caused that to happen? Why did we lose? What can we do to ensure that that doesn't happen again? And one of the things that I said to myself is that we weren't running a tank, and I ended up swapping to Great Hammer rather than playing my Fiddlesticks Curse Skull build. And we still didn't win. It was still not enough to bring a comeback, but I've got no masteries or anything, and it was pretty late into the fight that I decided to do that. The fight went just a completely different direction. We actually played really well. We set things up. We were getting a lot of... I was getting a lot of engages, and I think for me that was enough for me to go, okay, I think playing tank is better for me. I think I can make more plays, I am in more control of the fight, and again I've got a lot of sort of shot calling experience. That helps, that the ability to just go, okay, we need to do this, this and this to win this fight. Me being able to sit there at front and be like, right, okay, we're going to do this and it's going to work, helps. Me being able to call out things that are happening in the fight helps. I'm not able to kill this mob, but that's another story completely. Leveling as tanks, that's something I'm going to get to in a second, actually. But yeah, so I looked at that fight and go, okay, so realistically, with the comp that we're going to be running right now, what's the best thing I can play to get around that? To actually make that a successful comp? And again, tank was the thing that came to mind. Unless there's any major changes to Great Hammer, I think I'm still going to be playing Great Mace. It's not something I'm particularly happy about either. I kind of wanted to play Great Hammer. I actually had more fun on Great Hammer. Great Hammer was what I was playing today. But again, I'm not going to get annoyed with it. I'm more about winning. I'll play anything as long as we win, basically. That's my logic. So yeah. So the only things I don't like about it, and this is sort of a discussion on tanking in general, is tanks are great and they are CC bots in this game. That is 100% what they're supposed to be doing. I'm going to die to this mob, and I am right now. That is pretty terrible. But again, tanks are CC bots in this game. They are nothing else. They weren't ever supposed to be anything else. But that means that, as you can see right here, I can't solo anything to save my life. I've got T8 Reaver. I'm only running like 4-1, 5-1 gear, so it's not exactly the greatest gear, but I should be able to kill a T6 mob. Like, easily. I shouldn't be struggling to do it anyway, let's say that. And that's something I don't like. I don't like the fact that I play a lot of weird hours if I'm recording videos or if I'm streaming and I'm solo. I want to be able to do something solo. I don't want to have to be completely reliant on my team to do anything, because that to me just isn't fun. Like, I will get bored of that quite quickly. So I hope that's something that is taken into consideration by Sandbox. They can potentially look at that and go, okay, tanks need a little bit of love. Healers have, like, holy healers have smite, which means they can realistically solo really well. Again, nature healers are in a similar position in that they have Vile Curse, which just isn't very good, to be honest, for soloing. And that's something I said in my video the other day, that nature needs some love with it. Great Hammer actually isn't too bad for soloing, just because you get Heavy Smash so early. And it just has a high amount of base damage, actually. It's not bad at all. I'm actually just seeing if I can try and solo these two mobs. It's not looking well. Not looking good for me. I'm actually going to have to reset this mob. That's pretty embarrassing that I really just can't do anything to these mobs at the moment. And again, I've got low masteries, but still, I should be able to kill 2 C6 mobs. I'm interested to see if I'm even going to be able to kill the boss, to be honest. And the fact that I have to consider that is pretty bad. But yes, that's one thing that's a little concerning to me about release, is obviously I'll have a team for the majority of the time. However, I don't know, I'm just not quite sure about how well that's going to be for soloing stuff, because, I mean, truthfully, that's not the ideal situation, really. Obviously someone who plays quite a lot, but that's one thing. One thing I do like with it is if you actually look at the materials. So again, I talked a lot, when I was about how to make a build, I talked a lot about materials you can use. And trying to limit the materials, so you're not using like 8 materials or whatever. Obviously you can't use 8, but you're not using like every different type of material possible. You're limiting it to 1 or 2. And with either tank build, you only, as long as you run full plate, which most people are going to for the increased CC duration anyway, the weapon is actually ore and cloth. Cloth is something that's renowned to be very, very easy to get, and ore is something that you'll be gathering for the rest of your pieces as well. So realistically, I can just level ore, and that's my whole build done. Like, I don't have to worry about anything else, and I can focus my crafting quite easily that way as well. So that's something I'm happy with. I'm happy with tanking. Obviously, with Curse, I naturally had 3. Great, I'm actually going to get into a fight here, and I think I'm going to lose. He's not running great gear. We might be able to do something here, but I don't know. Yeah, so Curse has, what, 3 different things, I believe? I'm trying to think what Curse has. Curse has wood, ore, and cloth, yeah. If you're running my build, my Fiddlesticks build, you run cloth, leather, wood, and ore. Yeah, he's pretty bad. Yeah, I think this guy's left. No, he's still here. I'm going to put some damage into him, teach him how to do it. If I actually get him into this corner, I'm just going to put him into the corner. I do think he wins this, which is pretty embarrassing to lose this in a video. Yeah, I'm going to die here. Just nothing you can do as a tank. This really is my biggest issue with tank, is that what could I have done differently in that? I can't do anything to him to actually fight that, and that's really embarrassing. And pretty bad, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, maybe there's things I could do. Again, hammer was actually the one I wanted to go, purely for forge hammers. If you actually look, they have forge hammers, which is a DPS weapon in L100%, having the giant steps, which means ultimately I can still play DPS with that. But having the mace fighter, there's nothing in that I can use for DPS. It's just not very good. So yeah, that's... I've kind of gone on a little bit of a ramble here, so I do apologise about that. Ultimately, I'm going to be playing tank on release. I hope that they look at this and they go, yeah, tanks can't really solo anything to save their lives right now. If you're not in a fight, you just can't do anything, and that's pretty bad. You can't really have that situation. But yeah, tanks, I've said it before and I'll say it again, tanks are probably the most important role in a fight, in my opinion. I would say healers are borderline the same, in that a good healer with positioning can kind of carry a fight. But again, a good tank, if you get a good engage, like a 5-man engage with a silence, or purging at the correct times, demon helming the right person at the right time, you can do so much as a tank that changes the direction of a fight. And I like that. I like the fact that you can do that. So yeah, this was more of an announcement to say, yes, I'm going to be doing this. I do have a team for launch now that I've got. We're going to start working together, so hopefully in the next couple of days we're going to go into like yellow and red Hellgates, do a couple of GVGs. Hopefully I'll get some footage of that and I can upload it for you guys. But But yeah, I've actually got another video that I'm going to record straight after this one, which is trying to get to tier 3 on a tank character solo in 15 to 20 minutes. Someone was asking for it. I'm going to try and do it as fast as I can and see what I can do. But yeah, guys, so thank you for watching. We're very close to that 1,000 subs, so please, guys, again, share the videos, get them out there. We're so close with that giveaway, so yeah, please, guys. Other than that, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and catch you later, guys. Goodbye.